Hello everybody, I hope you guys are doing fine. Today we are going to create this Kyrgyz house in Blender, which you guys will learn so many things, like how to create these pillars in this shape, in this circular way, and these wires in this circular way, and so much more things. So before starting the video, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. So let's get started. So first, we are going to start by adding a bezier curve. We are going to the edit mode, SY0, to make it flat at the y-axis. Then we are going to rotate this like 45 degrees. We are going to add an array modifier. Then we are going to hold Alt, then A, apply rotation. Now we are going to change the X factor to something like 0.2. Then change the count until it becomes like to something like 11 or 15, like this. Now we are going to right click, then convert to mesh. Then we are going to select this vertex, add here the 3D cursor with Shift S, then cursor to selected. Then we are going to add a plane, then rotate it 90 degrees at the y-axis. Scale it like this. Go to edit mode, extrude it out over here. Then convert this back to curve to add some geometry like this. Like this. Now we are going to convert it back to mesh. Then go to the modifiers, add a Boolean modifier. The pin over here, we are going to click to the cube. Now we are going to apply it, then we are going to delete the cube, and over here we will have a straight cut over here. Now we are going to open the X-ray mode with Alt Z. We are going to select this part like this, then we are going to delete it. Like this, but we don't need this little one over here. And also, I just realized that we didn't actually need it to like do the Boolean. We could just press K, then click to this vertex, then Z, then C to cut through, then like this. Now we are going to select this part again. Like this, and also delete this little one over here. Now we are going to the object, then set origin to geometry, then Shift S, cursor to world origin, Shift S, selection to cursor. Now, like I want to do it like this over this part, so we are going to duplicate it, press R, then Y, then 180. Now we are going to hold Shift, then D, then rotate at the Z axis 180 degrees like this. But this time I'm going to move it over here like this. So this network is going to be different from the last networks that I did. Now shade smooth, like this. We don't need to like close these holes because we are going to add some mesh over here and they will be automatically closed, so we don't need to worry about that. Now we are going to select both of these objects, then right click, then we are going to join them. Now we are going to add an array modifier. I will have to like do some things over here. It's like I want it to stop perfectly at this part. So I'm going to do something like so we can see that one is not the correct one, so it has to be 0.999. Yeah, something like this. Now we are going to enable the merge, or maybe like something like, yeah, like this. But now you will see that it's not closed, so to close it perfectly we are going to enable the merge and we will change here the distance. Like this. Or like this, yeah. Something like 0.01. Now we are going to change this to something like 5. Then we are going to add a simple deform modifier, so we want it to become circular. So we are going to change the twist to bend, then z-axis. Then we do like this, we will see that it is a perfect circle. Now I'm going to move this up a little bit, like this, with holding control. But I didn't like it looking like this. So maybe we can change the count to something like 7. Yeah, like 7 is the right one. Now I want to add a circle. Then move this circle over here, like something like this. Wait, let me just apply over here these modifiers. That's set the origin to its geometry. Now we are going to move it to the cursor, then move it over here with holding control, like this. Now we want to move this over here, then scale this a little bit, like this, or maybe like something like this, and a bit upwards, like this. Now we are going to add a depth geometry to this, and then we want the cursor to be here, so we are going to do Shift S, then cursor to select it. Now we will add a Bezier curve, then do the same thing. Then we are going to subdivide this, so we will have it extra vertex. We are going to move this upward at the middle, then rotate these things like this. Now I want to scale this like this, add an array modifier, then change the factor x to 0, then factor y. Now we will add a geometry to this too, but it is going to be a bit thinner, like this, something like this. Then we are going to add an array modifier, then change the factor x to 0, factor y to something like this. Then we are going to change this to 3. Then I guess we are going to make it 1.5. Then move it at the y-axis like this. But when we open the X-ray mode, we will see that it is not perfectly at this part. So we are going to move it at the y-axis like to something like 0.005, like this. But the geometry is not perfectly at the center. So we are going to change the median point to the 3D cursor. Now we are going to duplicate this, rotate this at the z-axis 90 degrees. Then we are going to go to the edit mode, select these vertices, open the proportional editing, then move it upwards like this, and move it upwards like this. Now we are going to add a cylinder. Then rotate this like this, scale this, then move it over here, scale, then change the 3D cursor to the median point, scale this like this, scale at the z-axis, but when we try to do that we will have this stretch thing, so press Z another time to scale it at the z-axis at his local. Then same thing but with Shift Z, so scale Shift Z like this. Now we are going to select this face, then turn off the proportional editing, then move it over here. And at this part we are going to extrude this, then rotate this like this, move it over here, then add one loop cut over here, move it over here, then add a bevel also. And then go to object mode, hold Ctrl A, apply scale, go back to the edit mode, Ctrl B to make this part smoother, like this. Now we are going to go back to the edit mode, select the spin it to something like this, because we are going to change the angle over here. Then I'm going to change the steps to something like 40, like this. Then I'm going to set the origin to the geometry, like this. Now we are going to make this smooth with right clicking, then on smooth. We are going to add another circle, then we are going to scale this to be aligned with this part. Then add a depth. Then add a subdivision surface modifier with Ctrl 2, so these parts will be smoother. Now we are going to do the door. So we are going to select these vertices, then delete them. And also these vertices, which are like wrongly cutted. Now we are going to add a cube, then move it over here, press S, then Shift Z to scale at all directions except the Z, move it over here, then this part, then we are going to select this part, move this part upwards, then move this over here. And also I'm going to do Shift C one more time, like this. Now add a mirror modifier. Now set it to the Bezier curve. Then add the loop cut over here. Then label clipping. Then extrude it at the x-axis. Like this. Now we only need to do here the floor. So add a cylinder, scale it with Shift Z, and scale it at the Z axis, like this. Now add a subdivision surface modifier, go to edit mode, select all with Alt A, select these faces, Shift E1 to make them like this. And at final, shade the dot to smooth, and there you go. Okay my friends, we have come to the end of another lesson, and I hope it was a really fun lesson. Also, I had really fun while doing this Kurgus house, and I hope you guys did too. So if you guys get stuck anywhere or have any better suggestions, you guys can write it in the comments. Hope to see you in the next video. Stay tuned. Bye.